You know.
It's been a long time coming. They ain't cut for my cloth, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cut for my cloth, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play, 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 play. Who don't play, 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 play. Who don't play, 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 play. Who don't play, play, play. Who don't? Long time coming, black on the bottom of my feet from running. Cataracts under my eyes from hustling. Going from buying and selling to customers. Run up the business, God is my witness. Sun up to sun up from Monday to Sunday. We maxing the limits. My mind running like Tom Cruise on an action movie. Moving the mission, they say that I'm tripping. I've been told I need a vacation. I'm finessing the visit. First class, my feet up high in the air on business.
Yeah, we on business.
Hey.
What's happening? Welcome to TSR Live. I'm one of your hosts, Tone Capone. We are ready to get busy.
Oh, okay. Is that what we're doing? All right, let's get into it. What's up, roomies? I'm your other co-host, Kiki, and you already know this show is all about you. We need to hear your opinions, unfiltered in the chat. So hop in because we got a lot to discuss.
Yeah, what up, roomies? I'm Zach Boog, your other co-host, and you never know who's gonna pull up on TSR Live. So stay at the edge of your seat, stay locked in, because you never know who's gonna stop by. But just know we got family members coming.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
family members coming, and roomies, you are definitely family. So if you're ready, let's get it. Wow, what a crazy week! And then when we hear from our former president Barack Obama, he seems a little troubled by what's going on. Barack Obama, he weighed in on the cancel culture, you know, after everything happened with Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah,
let's take a look.
We have to recognize that on both sides, undoubtedly, there are people who are extremists and who say things that are contrary to what I believe are America's core values. But I will say that those extreme views were not in my White House. I wasn't embracing them. I wasn't empowering them. I wasn't putting the weight of the United States government behind extremist views. And that is when we have the weight of the United States government behind extremist views, we've got a problem. And so your original question is, are we at an inflection point? We're at an inflection point in the sense that we always have to fight for our democracy.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a fact.
This right here has everybody really feeling away. Jimmy Kimmel, this monologue, and for just I'm gonna say personally, when I heard that he was suspended indefinitely, I'm like, damn, Jimmy jumped out the river. He just went crazy. What did he say? What did he say? And then I went and listened to it and was like, wait a minute, this doesn't even seem like it was even that bad. What y'all think?
I mean, to me, the punishment didn't fit the crime.
Right.
I saw some people talking about it. Stephen A. Smith, he said something like, what was the joke? And I think from this clip that I saw, he was joking about Trump's friendship with the brother who passed away. What's his name? Clark.
Yeah.
Said that is that his name? But the guy who passed away, it seemed like he was joking more on Trump than he was the passing of the guy. So, you know, I thought it was a bit extreme. Like, I didn't see it.
Yeah, and I think it's dangerous when as Obama mentioned in his speech, you know, as leaders of the world and leaders of our country, just being able to kind of shut things down, you know, if you don't like what someone is saying, and, you know, freedom of speech is what our country is built on, you know, it is really scary. It really is. That's just what I feel. I feel like it's very scary. I feel like we're in scary times. And I think the only reaction that people should have is to get back to realizing where you have power, and we have power in our dollars and the decisions that we make. So I think it's time to get wise about that. Just seeing that something like this could happen.
Yeah, and I want to clear up his name. His name is Charlie Kirk.
Oh, I said Clark. My bad. I meant Kirk.
Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk. And you know, before we get, because shout out to the roomies, they left a lot of really interesting comments on the page. But you got to remember, America is a leader in the world. So if Americans lose democracy and the ability to speak freely, what does that mean for the rest of the world? It's going to be it's not a good thing.
And it seemed like the thing they were championing about Charlie was his freedom of speech.
Mhm.
And then, you know, Jimmy Kimmel practiced that same freedom and then got his show suspended. So I don't know. It seems kind of like hypocritical in a way.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, let's take a quick jump into what the roomies have been saying. I am Erica Campbell says, come on, seriously.
Okay.
Andre Lavelle says, you forgot their whole writing staffs, crew, food, advertising companies. It's not just Jimmy Kimmel losing a paycheck, which is very true, very true. Poet Next Door 00R says, selective outrage. I'm so sick of this country. It's just a wild thing, man, going on right now, man.
Valid points, though. Valid points coming from the roomies, especially when you mention all the other people that our jobs are now affected by something like this. So it's sad to see.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. Also in the news, did y'all see that Cameron is making headlines this week after kicking boxer Adrian Bronner off a recent episode of his popular show, It Is What It Is. Check this out.
I love you. Other guy. I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. My bad.
Hey, yo, bro, some G, yo, bro. So we got a boyfriend here, yo. I told you that.
My bad. I did not know you looked that good in person. My bad, bro. You're amazing.
All right, hey, we gonna have to ask you to go, man. We have to ask you to go, man. I'm gonna pay you for your time, for being here. I appreciate you. I love you, man.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, no. I can't. I asked you the first time. I don't have no problems with you, but I'm gonna pay you for your time.
Yeah. I think that was the realest thing I saw all
in a
week.
long time.
All week. Like Cam said, I'm sick of it, you know, and did it in a respectful way. He didn't yell at him. He didn't threaten him. He just said, hey, my man, you got to go. And I'm going to pay you for your time, you know, for you being here. Because Cam addressed it later. He wasn't originally scheduled for the show. He just ran into Adrian. It was like, hey, come on the show.
Oh,
yeah. So he wasn't like he was a scheduled guest. So then he came on there doing that. He was like, all right, I'm still going to, even though we didn't talk about a payment or anything, I'm going to pay you for even the time that you spent, but you got to go. Yeah. I respect that.
I think that was dope of him to do. I know y'all would do the same thing for me.
Oh,
absolutely.
No.
Usually I'm the one doing it. I'm doing the flirt. You ain't pay? Oh no. Well, we don't pay.
I ain't paying for nobody.
You know how I feel about that.
Except the paying part. We'll kick you out, but they ain't gonna pay that.
Yeah, I don't want to pay to talk to you. I don't want to pay to kick it with you. I don't need it. But
Here we go.
You know how I get on about that.
I know. We sorry. That is a trigger for Kiki. That's a trigger.
But I want to ask you this, Tom. When I saw that, like, what does this look like for AB? You know what I'm saying? Is it over for his boxing career?
I mean, it's been over. It's been over. You know, as boxers, especially in this wild world of sports, especially on the boxing side of things, man, you can go fight somebody, you know, for the clicks. But as far as like what he could have been and the amount of money that he could have had from boxing, that's
he blew it. You think that's time's over?
Yeah, I don't like to say he blew it. He made some bad decisions, man. And I think
blowing it.
Well, yeah. I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah, that's blowing it. Because you know, this guy was
he was
the next Floyd.
He's supposed to be next.
The next Floyd because he could actually box and he could actually market.
Yeah.
It was very entertaining. And you thought like, oh man, this gonna be the guy. But the thing about boxing, you can't keep losing and keep your check.
I think the talent was still there. Even when I watched him box and he was losing, I think he just wasn't in shape. Boxing is not a sport that you can't walk into a ring. You're gonna get your ass knocked out. It's the same thing. Mike Tyson was probably in my lifetime the best boxer I'd ever seen in my life. And I was like, in the power that he had, the skill level. But when he got too famous, he just thought he was just knocking people out, and he went in there and out of shape, and Buster Douglas knocked his ass out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so bad that they got to get Floyd and
Mike Tyson
back in the ring.
They don't have to do that.
Who the next superstar?
Bud Crawford.
We didn't ask for that.
Bud Crawford if he's a quiet guy, but the talent
is there.
Talent is in.
I want me another
But
flamboyant rich
that's the thing
boxer.
about boxing. It was more than the talent.
Mhm.
It's more than talent. You got to be able to
Yeah,
sell
characters.
a fight and make people the villain. Like I love the Canelo Crawford fight, but it was so respectful. It was almost
too clean of a fight.
It was so respectful. They hugged. He gave each other their best. It was so much respect. Nobody talked trash about each other, and that's good. I think that was a good example for the children. But as far as the entertainment value of it, you know, somebody got to talk about somebody's mama. Poke them in the eye.
Right.
You know,
somebody baby mama. I need some drama to make me want to watch.
Mike Tyson talked trash.
Y'all so
okay.
messy,
Nobody
man.
talked trash like Mike Tyson. He said he's gonna eat somebody's kids before.
Oh no.
Muhammad Ali talked trash in a clever, smart, cocky way.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather talked trash, but great boxer.
Yeah, great boxer. Well, I mean, Roomies, you probably be able to check out a fight. We'll probably be having one soon between Zach Boog and Marcus Jordan. So it'll probably be a Zach Boog Marcus Jordan fight.
Why would I fight him?
I don't know. He gonna fight you. You're not fighting him.
Roomies, you got to watch our podcast to know what he's talking about. And Zach and Marcus is
Zach no problem.
Zach gonna get knocked out.
Anyway,
it's crazy. All right,
what else is going on?
Let's talk about this. The aftermath of Dame Dash interview on the Breakfast Club is still lingering. I know y'all saw that, and it has everybody wondering, is he okay? Check this out.
So every time I was launching something with my family office, he sent a letter saying that, you know, I'd owe the money, but it was my family office, but it muddies the waters. So if you have a contract, especially working here, and somebody sent a bum letter, as soon as it's a lawyer, it shuts down. It muddies the waters. I was about to make some major announcements. You want to hear one?
Sure.
I'm now the chairman of Revolt right now, and I also I have 15.
You don't deserve to be the chairman of Revolt.
I got you. So I'm now the chairman of Revolt with a pathway.
Again,
you see, because he wants to trigger me, and I want you to acknowledge that. So I'm now Cam's boss, the chairman of Revolt with a pathway to acquisition. I've been trying to buy Revolt.
How do we know this is not Cap? We didn't see this on Deadline.
Can you stop yelling? Can you stop interrupting me, please? So, Deadline didn't make the announcement for this particular situation. They didn't want to. I had an announcement I was going to make with BT.
Oh, I love Dame. I love Dame so much. It sounds like he got a concept of a plan. Okay.
Yeah.
And I want the best for Dame.
It does. And Charlemagne went back to old Charlemagne, and it was so entertaining.
It really was. I watched it 3 times.
All the mental health, the work that he did went out the window. He
Gone.
said, let's take it back to the beginning when I had the dark eyes. I'm at your head.
God bless him, man. That boy Dame told so many lies in that thing, man. God bless you, Dame, man. Let's keep it moving, y'all.
It looks like Jay-Z's casino is a no-go. New York rejected the $5.4 billion hotel and gaming New York casino bid for Jay-Z's Rock Nation and his partners. Now, the proposal was struck down by 6 members of the State Community Advisory Committee with a 4-2 vote. How y'all feel about that?
Pivot.
What you mean pivot?
Pivot, Jay. I mean, come on, man. It didn't happen. I guarantee it'll be somewhere else. They raising all that money. Jay-Z is going to get a casino. That is going to happen. It didn't happen in New York City. It might happen in one of the boroughs of New York, maybe, or somewhere else. But Jay getting a casino, it's just a pivot. He's a businessman.
Okay,
that's a prime location though, and I feel like if anybody can pull it off, it's Hov.
Yeah.
So I want to see that happen. But
I'm so sad about that. Y'all make it seem like the man was building a library or something. But okay.
I mean that's just a power move. A black man owning a casino in Times Square, like that's historic, legendary, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I don't even gamble. I'm going in there hitting that little $20 slot when it pop up.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Why you hating?
Why you hating? Look, I'm sorry. My goat is building casinos. I don't know what your goat's doing. My go to rap is building casinos, booking the Super Bowl. Like
that's a beautiful thing. I love it.
It's my go.
It's good.
Do big things.
All right. Well, let's get into a fashion go, honey, because New York Fashion Week concluded this week, and designer Sergio Hudson had a lot to say about his fashion show. The popular designer went back and forth calling out the lack of Black solidarity. He stated that people kept asking why certain individuals attended some shows but not our shows or other Black designer shows. Honestly, the only answer I can give, he said, that is some folks may consciously or subconsciously believe that being next to whites brings more relevance. So we got to talk about this, guys. We got to talk about this because, you know, you have an event, you invite your people out, and then they don't show up, but they go into the other events, the events that may be more commercialized and don't support you. So I feel a way about that.
Yeah, of course you should feel a way. You got to support Black designers. That is the only way to give us the kind of leg in that realm, but we weren't invited for a long time.
Yes,
absolutely.
And I just started a fashion line. So I need y'all to support my Black business.
I'm not walking around with a shirt that say that cat on there.
Why?
I am.
You need to promote the message.
Kiki.
Save that cat.
But I'm putting
Get
for
you
me
a Kiki
on the back.
tee. For me, okay.
Can I get for me
we
on
do
the back?
customizations
Okay.
for an extra fee.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got to support your Black-owned businesses, especially your Black designers.
See, shout out your Instagram. Where can they go get?
Oh
Save
yeah,
That
go
Cat?
get a Kiki tee. Save that cat, fine and fluffy fashions at On Air Kiki. That's Keke. Support my Black business, okay? I'm trying to get a casino like Ho.
I'm not mad.
Anyway.
I'm not mad at you. How about this
One t-shirt at a time.
I had to start. You had to start somewhere.
Right.
Okay.
What am I in here with? One of the most talked about New York fashion shows this year was Actively Black. Now, joining us now to give us a front row seat to this epic experience is founder Lanny Smith. What's up, Lanny? What's happening?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's happening,
What's
good
up?
brother?
Man, overwhelmed but blessed, man. But excited to talk to y'all about what we just did on Friday night, man.
Okay, but before we jump into that, Lanny, let me ask you: what are your thoughts about Sergio's comments?
I mean, there's a lot of truth to it. You know, when you're a Black founder and you're building something, especially for your people that has representation, you would expect that your people would show up for you. You know what I mean? But we do live in a society where some of our people think the white man's ice is colder. You know what I mean? And we often don't support our own until we see somebody else supporting it. You know what I mean? And yeah, I don't even want to get sidetracked on that because I have a lot of thoughts about that. But I felt what he said, and there's a lot of truth to it.
No,
wow.
Well said. Now, you know, most of us missed the show, unfortunately, but so we'd like you to just do a mini rerun of Actively Black so we can check it out. That cool?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right. Before we even do it, let's just there's a statement here that was real interesting to me. You said this is not a fashion show. What did you mean by that?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like we needed something just as a people with everything that's going on in society right now, with Black history being under attack, with Black women being under attack, with Black people being under attack. You know, ever since the election and even before that, you could feel this shift happening in this country. And, you know, every day you open up this app, there's something else where Black people are under attack. They're trying to take Black history out of the museums, just everything that's going on. And I felt like we needed something to galvanize us as a people, something that could give us a source of hope and pride and joy, you know what I mean? Even in the midst of everything that's going on right now. So my show wasn't even about the clothes, you know what I mean? It was really about, you know, this statement that we were making, you know, putting Black greatness on the runway, Black beauty on the runway, and Black history on the runway. So, you know, seeing the response to the show has been incredible. There have been people who weren't there, who were just watching the replay clips, who were saying that they cried, you know what I mean? And it has nothing to do with the apparel. It's about the statements that were made there that night. So that's why it was not a fashion show. This was an act of rebellion. It was an act of resistance, and it was an act of love for our people.
I love that.
I love that. Now we're looking on the screen. Shout out to the room as you see this beautiful Black ballerina. What did that mean for us?
Frege, yes, beautiful Black ballerina. You know, we opened the show that way, man. I wanted to make a statement that, you know, our excellence, our beauty, our grace, you know, exists in every space. You know, regardless of what we have had to face as a people, we're still the most graceful. We're still the most beautiful. We're still the most talented. And so that was really what that statement was. It was like, you know, a Black ballerina, that's a space that normally our people are not seen in. You know, so it's like we exist and we take up space in all the spaces, and no matter where we are, we excel. And that's really what that was about. And shout out to Frege. She did an amazing job. And just that power of representation.
Oh,
beautiful, beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Now, wait a minute. Now I'm looking at something here. You and I can't wait to see this on the screen. They're telling us you have a Tupac collab.
We have a collab with the Tupac estate, the Bob Marley estate, the Muhammad Ali estate. But yeah, we put the Tupac collab on the runway. Right here, my man Jamil Hardwick, he's walking out wearing the Tupac collab. You know, this one was inspired by Tupac's poem, "A Rose that Grew from the Concrete." You know what I mean? And just the symbolism of that, of regardless of the environments that we come up in, even though we may have some thorns, you know, we're still beautiful as a people, just like a rose, man. I thought that was dope. Everything that Tupac stood for, him being a child of a Black Panther, you know, Afeni was a Black Panther, and his love for Black people, man. It's been an honor to have an official collaboration with the Shakur estate.
Congratulations on that. Man, that I'm gonna have to get that Tupac shirt.
Yeah, the whole show looked incredible.
Right.
It looked incredible. Of course, one of my favorite parts was when you highlighted Black women. You put up there, you know, that over 300,000 Black women were forced out of the workplace. You made that a part of your show. Can you talk about why that was important for you?
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Valisha, who has an organization called the Global State of Women that is currently trying to fight against the fact that 318,000, I think it's 319,000 now, Black women have been forced out of the workforce, and trying to provide some financial relief to these Black women. And, you know, when you have a platform like New York Fashion Week and all these eyeballs are on it, you know, that's a perfect place to make a statement and to educate people about what's going on. And so there goes Valisha right there. She's wearing our Black Women Are Superheroes collection, and she's doing just that. You know what I mean? She is seeing what's happening and decided to create an organization to combat what's going on in that attack on our Black women. And so when you think about the fact that Black women are the most highly educated demographic in the United States of America, the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs, and everything that they bring to the table, the fact that 318,000 Black women were just forced out of the workforce, while I believe 325,000 white men have joined it, it lets you know what's really going on. So just wanted to use that moment to bring attention to that.
It's so dope.
That's dope, man. And I mean, seeing a Black brand do New York Fashion Week like this is inspiring. Like, you did it, you know, the right way. And I want to talk about the civil rights icon. You know, I thought that was epic. Tell us about the icons you chose to walk the runway.
Man, you see my man Cecil Williams right there. You know, every Black History Month, his picture goes viral, you know, of him back in the 50s drinking out of a whites only water fountain when it was literally illegal for us to be able to do that. And just that look of defiance on his face is something that's classic. And so, you know, having him come out, you know, Martin Luther King's daughters, Malcolm X's daughter, Ilyasah Shabazz and Dr. Bernice King coming out together was just, I'm still honestly in shock about this happening and these people trusting me with this vision to put them on a New York Fashion Week runway. But the purpose of it was for a couple of different reasons. One, a lot of people think these things happened so long ago, right? When you see Cecil Williams and you know that black and white picture, and then you see him walking out on the runway, you realize, man, he's still here. You know what I mean? We had Ruby Bridges walk out on the runway, and that famous photo of her as a 6-year-old little girl being escorted into elementary school when she was integrating schools and having to be escorted by federal marshals because adults, you know, were threatening her and trying to stop her from going to school. You think that so long ago. And then Ruby Bridges walks out. She's 71 years old. She looks like she's 45. You know what I'm saying? Black don't crack. But when you see it, it changes your concept of time. It makes you really realize this is not far removed. We literally one generation removed from this, and this is what they're trying to bring us back to. And so I thought it was important for us to take that moment to honor these living icons and living legends of Black history, and give them their flowers. You know, I thought that was important.
Yeah, it's amazing. Just as a person that is very close to my grandmother, God rest her soul, and my great grandparents, I talk to them about stuff like this. And when people would, slavery was so long ago, and this was this, and like you said, Brother Cecil is standing there right there in front of you, walking the runway that lived that that had to get off the side of the street when white people walked down, and had friends that had been lynched. So this definitely was an amazing statement that you made.
How old is he though, Cecil? Do
y'all know he has to be like in his 80s, right?
He's in his 80s. Yeah, Cecil's in his 80s.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it has to be in his 80s. All right, now I love seeing this year's show, but man, also you're also a big advocate for supporting Black businesses. Now we all know the data shows that Black Americans spend about $30 billion a year collectively on clothes and shoes. I'm probably about half of that. How much of the $30 billion do you think people spend with Black designers?
Oh, we know from the data that it's less than 1% is what's spent.
Wow, nah, come on.
That's in the data. The McKinsey report came out in 2024 that shows the data of what is being spent, and it's less than 1% that's actually being spent with Black owned founders, Black designers. And my thing with that is, if we're already spending $30 billion collectively as a people on apparel and shoes, but we don't have a single Black owned apparel brand that's even doing $1 billion, there's something wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? What we're trying to say is, like, this is reclamation. This is not reparations. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole premise for Actively Black is we're going to stop asking for the seat at their table and to build our own table. And if we build our own table, then we can feed our people how they really deserve to be fed. You know what I'm saying? And so we can stop asking for everybody else to help us out, to put their hand out, because we know they're not going to do the right thing. But if we can turn all of our cultural influence, our cultural wealth, and we could turn that inward, like there's power that comes with that. You know what I'm saying? We've spent so much time chasing after what everybody else provides. We'll proudly overpay for that European designer. We'll proudly overpay for that designer that says it's Parisian or Italian leather. And then we turn our nose up at Black owned, you know what I mean? And I think that we have to change our mentality on how we see ourselves and how we value ourselves, because, the stats show that the Black dollar leaves the Black community in 6 minutes. It stays in the Jewish community for 25 days. It stays in the Asian community for 28 days. It stays in the white community for 30 days. The Black dollar leaves the Black community in 6 minutes. So when you're spending with the Black owned brand, and I'm hiring Black talent and Black employees, now those are Black people that get to feed their families. You know what I'm saying? That Black dollar stays here. And then we give back. You know what I mean? We donate to organizations that deal with Black mental health, Black Mamas Matter, that is fighting the abysmal Black maternal mortality rate, where Black women are dying at 3 times the rate of any other woman in this country. Black women are dying 3 times the rate. We donate to that organization. We donate to Black Kids Code, trying to get these Black kids exposed to technology and STEM early on, so we don't feel like our only options are to hoop or sell dope or to rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you buy from us, it's not just the hoodie that you're buying. It's not just the shirt that you're buying. You are reinvesting back into the Black community. And that's what I'm trying to get our people to see is we have enough influence and we have enough collective wealth that we can build up our own. And it's just going to take us, to change our minds to do that.
Man, that's so important. Matter of fact, Roomies, please drop your favorite Black owned brand in the comments right now. Let's run it up with each other. Let's support each other, because you brought up some not my little company. I want y'all to really support some of your favorite Black owned brands, because what you have just said is so important. And I feel like this is the perfect time for us to all put eyes on some of those brands. So Roomies, please comment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And before we let you go, I want you to talk to us about your Black Cotton campaign.
Yeah. Man, this is one of the most meaningful collabs that we have, man. We've had collabs with Marvel and Disney for Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, all those things, man. But this particular collection is made from cotton that's grown by Black farmers. So we partnered with the Bridgeforth family, which are 5th generation Black farmers. Troy Bridgeforth, his great grandfather was a slave, and when he got his freedom, he acquired this land. And so their family has owned this land for 150 years. So the products that are in this collection are literally made from the cotton that is grown on that land. And, when I think about the power of that, we're building a Black owned supply chain with this. From the dirt to the shirt, from the seed to the stitch, it's Black owned. And so then it's not just the brand that is selling you the product, but also when you go down the supply chain of where it's coming from, that's also Black owned. And so when you think about what's happening, even with our Black farmers have lost 90% of their land in the last 75 years, from the discrimination from the government and from banks. The government has given subsidies to white farmers that they have discriminated against Black farmers from getting. The government had used eminent domain to take away Black farmers' land. So we used to own 20 million acres of land. Black farmers right now only own 3 million acres of land. And so if the government is going to discriminate against them, if the banks are going to discriminate against them, but like you said, we're spending $30 billion collectively on clothes and shoes. So if we just take 2% of that to spend with a brand that is getting their product made from Black farmers, they get to benefit from the consumerism that we're already participating in. You know what I'm saying? So it's really it's a powerful collection. And like I said, this is reclamation. You know, there was trillions of dollars in today's money that was generated from the cotton industry, from slavery, that we did not get to participate in the wealth generation. We were kept out of the wealth that was created from that. Now today, cotton is still $1 trillion industry. So why not reclaim something that used to be a painful history for us? Why not reclaim that and create generational wealth for ourselves? That's really the purpose of this collection. Man.
Powerful.
Yes.
Powerful.
Yes.
Powerful, brother. Appreciate you stopping by. Definitely tell all the roomies how they can stay tapped in with you.
Yeah, we on Actively Black. That is our handle on all social, but please go to activelyblack.com. Purchase something from us. Know that your dollars are being reinvested back into the Black community. We've gotten some pushback on prices, but we'll pay the money for Louis Vuitton. We'll pay the money for Gucci. We'll pay the money for everything else. We need to value ourselves the same way that we value others. I got to leave by saying this, man. Black founders receive less than 1% of all venture capital investment. So we are up against a mountain when we're trying to build something from nothing, where these other white-owned brands, they receive millions and millions of dollars of investment to build and scale their brands. We don't have that. So we need the grace and the understanding from our own people to know that we got to support ourselves while we're climbing. You know what I'm saying? Support us while we're climbing so that we can scale, so that we can build our own Nike, so we can build our own Lululemon. You know what I'm saying? That's what should be the flex now. The flex should be what you got on. Is it Black owned? That's the flex. Not if it's European, not if it's some European designer. Is what you got on Black owned. That should be the flex.
Come on.
I love it.
Yes.
Lanny Smith, man, appreciate you stopping by, brother.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
That was dope.
Yeah, he said some good stuff. Yeah,
I was like,
and I'm going shopping after the show.
Yeah, I'm going straight.
While I'm wearing a European brand, but I do wear a lot of Chicago brands.
You do. You definitely
in
do.
your Balenciaga shirt. You should be ashamed.
I was trying to cover it up.
You trying to cover? Tone to be like.
That's all right. It's more room in the closet for them Black-owned brands, and it's time to run it up. He said a lot of powerful stuff, and we got to tap in.
I think every time we shop, we should at least get something.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. But you do that all the time.
I do it all the time. Yeah. I love being on the ground floor of somebody's dream. Like yo, I was there. I supported it. I won't sit and name some of the people, but it's one of my favorite things to do to find some.
You got a Black hat on.
So. Yeah, I do. Absolutely. And I know when he started it. Shout out to Jerry Lorenzo.
All right, let's talk about this, man. Tamar Braxton recently told Angie Martinez she doesn't go to church. Listen to this.
I'm a person that don't go to church.
Right.
You know?
It's not about our religion either.
It's not.
Your relationship
it's
with
about
God.
my relationship with him.
Oh,
okay.
I was gonna take a sip of water.
Where you was going?
Because I was taking a sip. I want to take a sip of water on it because y'all, man, not going to church is different, man. It's different. What? First of all, what do you guys think? What's more important, a spiritual relationship with God or just going to church?
I think both are important. I'll tell you this. You know, I've had a relationship with God my entire life, but my life changed when I became a member of a church. And he's not, and I know a lot of people like church people. Let me tell you something. Church is like a hospital. A lot of people in there are sick, but they there and God is there and they trying to get healed. But God is not looking for a perfect person. He's looking for a willing person. And when I got in church and I was willing to be amongst God's people, I met amazing people that poured into my life. I was able to do that for others. And so I think it's not necessary. I don't shun anybody for not going to church, but I think it is a powerful thing to be a member of a church, and the right church.
I love that. And I love the church. It's not just about going to, connect with your spirit and God and everything. It's also a community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's a way to stay rooted in your community. So that's why I think church is really, really important. And you all are going to, like-minded people are going to church, thinking and worshiping and praising one way. I think it's power within that.
And you get an opportunity to serve.
Yeah, you get it just gives you more opportunities, I think, to express and show what God is, which is love.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not knocking anybody who doesn't go to church, because I went, I'm a PK. I went through a whole 10-year hiatus from church, but then went back and was like, oh, I missed this.
Yep.
And I saw the importance in it.
Yeah. Me and Zach members of the same church. Kiki, are you ready to come on over?
Oh no, I love my little church.
Okay.
Y'all go to the mega churches, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. But I go to a very small church.
It's not a mega church.
So
it ain't a room either. Kiki is Kiki, the pastor and the Lord.
That's all right. That's all right. We got room for all the roomies. If y'all looking for a church home, Jesus is the Life Church in Matson, Illinois. Okay, let me tell you something. It's room in my church for you. But I don't want to go to y'all church. I see y'all enough during the week. I don't need to see y'all on Sunday. Lord knows I don't need to see these two on Sunday.
Oh my God! Somebody help Kiki out, because she on the usher board. She collect the offering.
So this is time for you to serve.
Help my sister out.
Somebody else, please.
What the Lord put on your heart? What you want to do? You want to sing? You play the drums? We got enough room for you over at Jesus is the Life Church.
I love it.
Kiki said that's her last Sunday playing the drums.
I can't stand y'all.
All right, let's bring in our next guest to further this conversation. Not only is he a pastor, but he is a chart-topping gospel artist. Roomies, welcome Pastor Mike. What's up?
Hey, what's up, everybody, man? I need Kiki at my church. Is she usher, take up the offering, sing, play drums, and park the cars? She an all-American.
I try to do it, Pastor Mike Jr. I've actually been in your church virtually many of Sundays.
Yeah.
Because you have really gotten me through the pandemic. So I'm excited to have you on the show tonight.
I'm very excited. I came across you on social media, and I instantly started following you. I was like, man, this brother's saying some very cool stuff. Now, we got to hear, speaking of cool stuff you say, we got to hear your thoughts, Pastor Mike. What's more important, a spiritual relationship with God or going to church?
Yeah, that's a very powerful question, man. First off, I was listening to the clip of Tamar, and that's my sister. I love her so much, man. And one of the things when I heard her talking, the first thing that hit my spirit is you never know what somebody's been through. That's why when my brother said, he said, I'm a PK and I took a hiatus. Sometimes how I answer a question is how I feel in that moment. You know what I'm saying? So if I had to ask the question from my personal stance, I don't think it's either or. I think it's both and. The priority is always relationship, but religion without relationship become ritual. It's like getting married or having a wedding, but no love. So for me, man, I can't properly be all that God wants me to be in isolation. So for me, man, my relationship with God is just as important as being in relations with the people of God. That's why when you see the cross, you see a vertical and you see a horizontal. The vertical represents my relationship with God, but just as important is my horizontal relationships with each other. I need a place where I can be safe, a place where I can grow, a place where I can be myself. We were just joking with baby girl about all she does at church, but you'll be surprised how she serves and how she's in community keeps her sane Monday through Friday.
Yeah,
I'll never forget. Sometimes, man, I'm a PK. I went to college and I had my little wild season and all that good stuff. But when I got back in church, bro, it's nothing like being, and I want to say this, in the right church around the right people at the right time. That's what's important.
Absolutely.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah. The right church.
Yeah.
The right people. All right. Now, Pastor Mike Jr., you just won big at the Stellars with 9 nominations and 9 awards, beating out heavy hitters in all categories. That was huge, and y'all look stunning. You and your wife look amazing.
We killed that. We killed that right there.
In my favorite color, too, gold. Okay.
And now that you have everyone's attention, what gospel artists would you like to collaborate with?
Wow, man. If I started listing names, we'll be here all day, man. Who don't you want to work with? But for me, I'm sort of on a mission right now. I believe I'm trying my best to champion that the gospel industry has to invest, promote, and cover this Christian hip hop and Christian R&B move that's happening right now. You know, it's something happening underneath the surface that we're seeing hundreds and thousands of young people cut off a so-and-so to listen to a 1K, cut off a so-and-so to listen to a Just Cordell, cut off a so-and-so to listen to No Big Deal or an Adia or an Anike, you know, or a Mike Teasy or a Jordan Armstrong, so many people, or a Nathan. And so for me, I believe anything that doesn't have babies don't have a future. And a lot of times when you make it to the mountaintop, because the Kurt's and the Ties and the Freds and the Yolandas are our idols in a sense, the first thing we say is, I want to work with so-and-so, so-and-so. And what I've discovered is whenever you're climbing a mountain, they don't get to the top of the mountain, then pull people up. They plant their stake, pull that person up, and let somebody do it for them. So for me, man, my dream collab right now would be with this young wave that's coming. Because if we don't tap into what's happening in this culture, and we don't tap into what's happening on the surface level and on the streets, we're going to be in church preaching to ourselves in 7 years, man. So my dream collab would be with all the cats who are doing Christian hip hop and Christian R&B.
I love that.
That's dope. That's dope. Now, how about secular artists?
Yeah, I gotta tap in with Drake. That's my guy, man. I'm team Drake. Like, hear me. I would, everybody, they asked me on an interview one time, they was like, man, secular artists, who you want to work with? Man, I would love to do something. If I had it my way and could do my dream, I would do a project called Church in the Wild. And I would literally have a feature from some of the most influential artists across the country. Not because I want to be demonic, not because I want clout, but we're living in a day and age right now where how do we reach the masses with the love of God and with Jesus? And so for me, man, I would love to do a track with Drake. I would love to do something with Jasmine Sullivan. She's one of my favorite. I would love to do something with a Shabuzi. And you got to do something. I pastor The Rock. I got to do something with The Rock. Me and Jay-Z. Oh my God. Can you imagine?
That'd be crazy. Now, speaking of all of these chart topping people you just named, right? Your new album and your song, Amen, is currently at number 4 on Billboard's Hot 100.
Oh,
now,
wow.
we know the whole project is good, but let's just focus in real quick. Now, off of Amen, what would you tell people to say, hey, you know what? Go to this record first. Tell the roomies what record they need as soon as they, where they going?
God's showing out. That is going crazy right now. God's showing out. He don't play about me. That record right there. Hey, see, look at it. Come on, Kiki in the choir. Come on, Kiki.
Look, I got you.
No, but to me, man, I wanted to create a project. I named the project the Amen Mixtape Confetti and Conspiracies. Because so many people don't realize, bro, and y'all know this, y'all always in front of the camera. Confetti represents championships. Conspiracy represents your trauma. And people don't realize the devil is so slick. We never win and then catch hell. You always catch hell while you win it. And so how do I navigate confetti and conspiracies? I've discovered in my life, man, and you know what this is like. People see y'all on the Shade Room Live. They see you, hear you on the radio every day. They see your page. And the first thing they assume is all your bills paid. You got $30 million in the bank. You ain't stressing about nothing. And don't realize while I'm inspiring you, I'm leaking or I'm draining on the inside, man. So for me, this song was this album was my testimony, man, that God don't play about me. Or on one song called Proud of Me, I kind of shared my heart about some of the things I've been through. You know, I said I had to talk to God and let it go. Told him all about my pain. He said, I know. He told me, wipe my tears, don't let it show. Because a lot of times we put on this mask that things are good and things are perfect. And people always ask me, why is your church just attracting so many people? 30,000 people watching at one time on YouTube and all this stuff. And number one is God, but number two, I just try to lead from a sense of transparency. I don't have it all together, man. I'm still trying to figure it out. I wrestle with anxiety at times, man. This has been one of the best years of my life because I really dealt with my own personal issues, my own insecurities, my own flaws. And I believe right now we're living in a season where people just need transparency. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I messed up on I just dropped a song called Blessed that's going crazy. Just went #2 on Billboard. And it was a part in there where I messed up a little. And the engineer was about the melodyne. Let me fix that. I said, no, leave it, bro. Like sometimes just allow it to be what it is. And I think that's what's happening right now. We got a lot of cosmetic Christianity with people who only want to show the cosmetic side of who you are. But if you take that makeup off, you take all that stuff off, who are you at the core? And that's what I'm trying to help people realize, that God loves you just the way you are.
Love that. Go on,
yes.
please.
Now everybody knows you're a superstar, okay, but you really got social media on lock. So I want to ask, which is your favorite platform, like Facebook, TikTok, IG, and also how has social media helped your ministry?
I love if I would say IG. I love trying to figure out the algorithm. You know, you see my pages. I do a lot of that stuff myself. Because if Paul was here, would he fly to New York or would he send a tweet? So how do I inspire? How do I connect? How do I spread the love of God? And social media has been incredible for me, man. I never forget. I jumped on IG and I only had like 75 followers. And I was like, how can I spread the love? How can I do XYZ? And as you see, we're sharing messages. I share inspirational quotes. We share music. And social media to me is a double-edged sword. It's a place where you can inspire, but it's also a place where you can become infected. Right now, everybody's trying to be an influencer. You got me? Everybody's trying to be an influencer. But when you got people who are making content who have not learned to be content, they make the people listening to them contaminated.
See, the one thing about that,
you ate with that. You ate with that.
What
you say, Michael?
So when you got, because that's what we're doing right now, right? Everybody, I got to make content. But a lot of us are making content from a place where we're not content. Like, and I mean this from the depths of my heart, man. Like, I literally, we had a meeting today. I have 37 concert offers. When they added up the money of what those 37 concert offers would be, it was through the roof. And my team is looking at me like, y'all know he not finna take it. It's football season. You can't pay me to miss Mason and Xander's game on Friday. It ain't an amount of the world in 5 years. They not finna be in therapy over a daddy who inspired the world but left them hanging. I'm content if I never become the greatest. I'm content if I never become the biggest pastor in the world. I'm content being the pastor of the people who love me right here. So I think when you see my content, because I'm content, it comes off authentic versus all these people who are manufacturing things they see, and it becomes contaminated conceptions. So now you at home sick because you ain't went viral. When your desire is only to be a viral, you become a virus. And what I'm trying to tell people now is be content. You know, if you only got 75 likes, 75 people in a room is a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I be telling people, like I told somebody today, they hit me like, man, I just dropped my single. Man, I only did 3,000 streams. I said, here's a picture of 3,000 people. Like that's a win, but you so busy looking at other people and trying to figure out how can I get in competition with people. And so for me, man, social media is just so powerful. I literally wake up in the morning like, how can I inspire somebody today? Who can I bless today? How can I change the mind of somebody, you know? But at the same time, it can be a place of depression because I had to learn, bro, get out them comments. You know what I'm saying? Because here it is. I try my best. I just shared a post that's going viral and I'm catching some backlash for it. This young lady was a same gender loving young lady. And she took my song Blessed and said, here's who I was. She said 2 years later, she gave her life to Christ, transformed it, all these things, whatever. And so I shared it like this inspired me. Well, it was a couple thousand people saying, man, I'm so proud of her. But then there was a lot of people saying, why would you? And I'm like, hey, I was just trying to show her some love. And if you know my heart, but I realized once you blow up to a certain place, those people don't know your heart.
Right.
So what I had to learn was, as long as your motives are pure, your heart is pure, God will handle the rest, man. And if we can just learn to love each other, I believe this place will be a better place.
I love that. You know, I don't even need.
We got a free.
Come on, what Marvin say? Lock the door. I need 40,000.
Come on, let's say that.
What he say? Close the door.
Close the door.
Open the doors.
I hope that helped a lot of the roomies.
Yes.
I hope that helped a lot of the roomies, because I know, like you said, everybody sees the money on the side of the content, or they just want the fame that comes with it. And I hope a lot of the roomies took a heed to what you were saying, Pastor.
Yes,
definitely.
Absolutely. Now, Pastor, I do want to play a game with you. Okay, it's called.
No. Let me tell you what you did to me last time. You told me to bow my head and pray.
You remember we did that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was on the morning show.
Yeah, when we was in Chicago.
All right, let's go. I'm ready.
Pastor Mike was in Chicago. We bowed our head and prayed, but
I don't blame you. I wouldn't trust Zach either, Pastor. I would not trust him either.
He looked up at me like.
Hey, we were sitting there. He said, "Let's pray, Father, for the people who need to sit in 2 seats." I'm like, "Whoa!"
Oh, and then you did it for the big people.
No, because
now we've had to have a problem.
Southwestern said they was gonna start charging big people for 2 seats.
Oh yeah.
And I was praying they get slim before it comes in.
Look, he working on it. He working on it. Come on.
All right, God, man. I was playing the game with it.
Pastor Mike, I want to play this game. It's called post or delete, and you just tell me if this is something you would post or something you would delete. Okay. Flexing money on the gram, or as some would say, showing off God's blessings.
Delete.
Okay.
Delete.
I got homie locked up.
Yeah.
Would you post or delete your political views and opinions?
Right now, I would say delete. Now, let me tell you why. We have a lot going on in the country right now. I believe we're at a unique place in this world where there is no convincing one side or the other. It just is what it is. And I think what we're missing right now is you got one group of people trying to say, "Hey, I get what you're saying, but." You got another group of people saying, "Hey, I get what you're saying, but." And if all of us start talking right now, it's impossible for us to come to any conclusion. So for me, a lot of people have been asking me, "Hey, how do you feel?" You know what it is. Like, you're not finna convince somebody. If I tell you right now your wall is red and you're determined to tell me it's crimson, there's nothing I can say to you. So for me, when it comes to political comments right now, it's delete.
I get it.
Yep, I feel him on that. Now, what about this? Posting your significant other.
I say at the level at which your relationship can handle it. You know, so for me, I think a lot of people, like, social media sometimes makes me sick because we're posting what we think will get liked, not even what we like in real life. Y'all don't even like each other, but y'all post do well. You know
That's
what I'm
the
saying?
truth.
You know what I'm saying? So we be sitting at home looking at people like, "Oh," and they about to kill each other. So you know, for me, I made a decision. I'm gonna say maybe a year and a half ago. Even when it comes to my wife and my daughter, I don't post them a lot. You know, about 2 years ago, the Holy Spirit laid on my heart that they're finna start taking our children's pictures and putting them on stuff. And so I try to guard my baby girl from stuff like that. Or when it comes to my wife, she likes her normalcy. So a lot of times she said, "No, you put me. I like going to Walmart. I like being able to go to Wing Out and get an 8-piece lemon pepper mile all flat." You know, so for me, I think you post it at the level at which you can handle it.
I like that.
That's good. Now, what about a gym workout photo?
Oh, I say post that even if you don't work out. You need that love. Make me feel better. Hey, I'll go get a whole outfit, post a picture, stay tuned. God's up to something, and then go get something to eat. Then go get something to eat. You can post that.
Time. That's what I'm talking about.
He up to something.
That ain't clout. I'm prophesying.
And when he said crimson, I was like, "Wait a minute!" So I just Googled it. What's up, Noop? What's happening, good brother? What's up? Man, the cap out my son. I was like,
"What's up, dude?"
Crimson, let me double check this. But let me ask you. Don't get mad because you're an alpha, brother. It's still out here. Thank you. How about this? Post or delete. Someone died and you post before you spoke it to the family.
No, you got to delete that, man. Like, I be telling people a lot of times, I found out my grandmother died on the radio.
What?
Like this was back in the day when everybody listened like every morning, and I was literally driving home and they came on the radio and said, "Oh, we want to send our condolences to the Woods family." Lucille, I was like, "Whoa!" I called my mom, panicking a little bit. So a lot of times I think we just need to just save that. Here's the question I've been asking myself lately, bro. What's mine? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, is everything the world's, or what's mine? You know what I'm saying? Like I took the family to the Universal Studios to the new Mario World this summer. And so we're in there having a good time. And of course, I got the videos, we got the hats, and I was getting ready to press post, and I was like, no, this is mine. Like, this is my memory. These my babies. So when it comes to posting, a lot of times, man, I don't see where posting is gonna help you. You know, so with that, I say talk to the family and just let it be.
I like that.
All right, this is one that I like to do. Food pics when you're out to dinner.
I'm a big back. You can't ask me that, man. I would say I say delete. I don't post food pics. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, but I think it's up to you. Well, let me take that back. Because when it come out, I'm the type of ghetto that even when I go to the hibachi place and they do the fire, I still pull my phone out like, oh, like, so I don't want to be a hypocrite.
Right, like we ain't seen that routine 100 times. Yeah.
As soon as that man say choo choo,
I love it.
Oh my God. So I think we got one more before we let him out of here.
Yeah, before we let you out. All right. What about post or delete people's intimate worship moments on the church IG?
All right, so let me say, come here. You come here. I'm finna make you famous. So this guy right here is our church. This is the church media guy right here, right?
Shout out to you, bro.
What's up, bro?
Why am I worshiping and you doing me like this?
Yes.
like people be trying to get delivered and they be all in there. Like, God, they just write, oh, that's good right there. Like, no, this is their personal moment.
Yeah.
You know, so we just gotta. I think a lot of us right now, man. This and I'm gonna put me in this category too, from pastors to entrepreneur to the culture to like, it's a spirit of hustle in this earth right now that's just making all of us sick. Like nothing feels pure no more. Everything is a moment. You know, if I go feed these people, hey, I'm gonna feed real quick before you eat real quick. Boom. And it's like right now, I think we got to get back to the essence of what's pure, what's sacred, what's off limit, what's yours. And so for me, man, they do that. And I tell them in a minute, hey, take the third picture down. That's a good one. Look at the tears. Like, them hurt tears. You know, so yeah.
They mean well. They
mean well, but I think
like, why you got me on there with my lace front lifting? Because I didn't be able to deliver today. Like,
I don't pray for you. Your eyelash missing, your wig turned to the side a little bit. You a gangster, but now you crying. So now you go back to the block. They're like, man, I saw you worshiping. It's too much, man.
I know. Pastor Mike, it's been an absolute just joy having you on, brother.
Thank you.
You gotta tell us though. Tell all the roomies how they keep up with you.
You can follow me on all social media platforms at Pastor Mike Jr. You can check us out at 11:30 Central Standard Time on Rock City TV on YouTube, man. If I can leave you with an inspirational message, man, there was a man trapped on the 10th floor of a building. Floors 1 through 9 were engulfed in flames. He looked out the window and the fire department yelled, "Jump." That man, like so many of us, perished in that fire because he was afraid of the problem, which was jumping, and the fire, which was the problem, which was the fire, and jumping, which is the solution. And in this life, man, if you're going to be what God called you to be, this has to be the season that you jump. If you're going to do the podcast, if it's only 3 people watching, stay consistent. If you're going to start the clothing brand like that brother said before me, and we're shopping Black owned, even if it's only 5 pieces of merch, be consistent. I am proof, man. Literally bankrupt 2 times, wrestled with anxiety, frustrated, never thought I was good enough, never really thought I would be all that God called me to be because of my own insecurities. But the one thing I never stopped trusting God. I never stopped plowing. I never stopped fighting. If you can get that level of consistency, I believe God has got enough to bless you.
Come on.
I don't need nothing else. I'm out of here.
Good brother, Tamar Braxton, man. Thank you so much for your time, though.
God bless y'all so much. Love y'all.
Thank Pastor Mike. He got to come back.
Oh,
we
yeah,
gotta
we gotta have him back.
Gotta have him back.
Gotta have him back. We was in there. We was at church. It was several times. I would be like, "Hey, man," I was like, "We're gonna have to touch our neighbor."
Come on.
I'm floored at this point.
No, I'm telling y'all, and the music is good. You know how you make fun of gospel rap a lot of times, but his music, he got it. He got it. It's a sauce to it that's different, Zach. It ain't hitting like it ain't like that other stuff.
Now, early gospel rap. I make fun of early gospel rap.
It ain't like that.
New gospel rap has transformed, and I just said early gospel rap was getting away with not being good, and they were just rapping, just putting words together because it was gospel. You couldn't say it was bad.
Yeah, no.
But now these new the artists now are actually dope. I agree.
Stream some Pastor Mike Jr. Yes. All right. Now let's get into this next topic. A social media user is saying a girl's night out will cause more trouble than a guy's night out. I don't know why they snitching. Take a listen.
Men go out for release and relaxation. Women walk into what's essentially a marketplace of male attention. The dynamics have never been equal. Pretending they are is how couples get blindsided. So no, it's not the same. Girls' night out carries way more risk, more temptation, and more opportunity for emotional damage than a guy's night ever will. And ignoring that reality is exactly why girls' night has ended so many relationships. What do you think? Equal or not? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's debate about it.
Now, why you being messy, girl? Why you being messy? But Tone, let's bring in our next guest for this debate.
Yes, roomies. Welcome, Death Row recording artist Jane Handcock. What's happening?
What's up? Hey, y'all.
Hey, Jane, welcome to the show. You got to jump in. What's more trouble, a guy's night out or a girl's night out? Come on, yeah, the truth. We just had a pastor on it to set you free.
A ladies' night out.
Why?
Because we just lit and our thinking process is different. I think we're just more, I don't know. We're just more organized and calculated in our going out. Guys just go out.
Yeah, and like
y'all stumble on trouble. We know we coming for trouble.
That part.
Y'all control the trouble.
Y'all control the trouble.
That
like there's not a woman that's ever been told no. When you ready to do something, especially physical, there is not a woman that's been told no. That Chris Brown's been told no. Drake's been told no. Every man has been told. The 9-month rule was not invented for dudes. Women can say yeah, and we're like, okay, y'all control it. That's why your guy is on pins and needles while you're outside.
That's true. And lock me in. You got your woman, lock her in the house because they out here on BS and they can get anything they want. Lock them up.
Please. Anyway, I mean, we cause trouble because y'all be in y'all feelings while we out anyway. Y'all don't want us outside.
Because we scared.
And you should be. And you should be. But let's get into this, friend. You just dropped your album and short film. It's called It's Me, Not You. So congratulations. But what is the story behind it?
The story is just me being a guru and always being that girl that all my partners go to. And secretly just having a lot of my own stuff still in the works of just working out and just working things out within myself. So I think I just wanted to tell a story of really a typical story of a girl like me, for real. You know what we go through.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I see a lot of the roomies in the comments. Shout out to Danny Girl. She says she loves your new single. Are there any collaborations you want to tell us about?
Yes, I obviously have Stare at Me with Anderson .Paak. I definitely have a wonderful duet, and I'm really, really hyped off this because I love a good male and female duet with BJ the Chicago Kid.
Shout out. Okay. You from the crib.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There you go with that one. Now we got to ask, in the short, you got Tiffany Haddish. How'd you get Tiff to participate? Y'all been friends for a while or something?
You know what? Honestly, she was just a homie of just the crew of obviously Snoop, and she just honestly locked in with the storyline. He told her about me, and she was like, "I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna do it." And she gave me some dope game and wisdom that I take with me, and I honor and cherish. And she hella cool.
Here it is. Now, since you signed to Death Row, we know that you make dope music, but you are a new artist. I'm gonna tell you something. Snoop ain't missed with this.
Oh,
with this
October
lineup.
London, another one.
Everybody
Yeah.
Snoop signing is super talented, but you're a new artist, and we want to play a round of get to know Jane Handcock. All right. So I'm gonna ask you, slow jams or party songs?
Slow jams.
All day. Day or night?
Ooh, night.
Lemon pepper or hot wings?
Lemon pepper.
Okay. Tone, you got something. You got stock in lemon pepper.
Right, you got excited.
You got excited on that one.
Lemon pepper rings is my thing.
Okay.
God, they fire for real.
I was really liking Jane Handcock when you said she like hot wings.
Yeah.
I love me some lemon pepper.
Produce a song. Robert Glasper or Dr. Dre?
Ooh, come on now. Y'all not playing fair. I'm gonna give a very Aquarius answer. It depends on the day.
Ooh,
okay.
What about today?
Today?
There you go, Kiki.
I like that.
There you go. Ooh, you was quick on your feet,
I like
sis.
that.
Look, that cleaned it up even more. Robert Glasper today.
Okay.
There it is. Well, remake a duet. Who are you choosing? Patti LaBelle, Stephanie, Shaka Khan, Gladys Knight, and which song?
Shaka.
What song you gonna do?
I would do a song of hers, Everlasting Love.
Come on now.
Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite decade of R&B and why?
Damn, I want to say the 90s for real, but like the 70s. I don't know. Something about the 70s was just player. You know what I mean? Like it was a certain, like, it was just a lot of player shit going on. Women was saying some real player stuff. I'm sorry. Men was saying player stuff too. You know, like it was just a lot of player stuff going on.
Tom, what was going on in the 70s?
I knew it was.
I don't know, but I just feel like, when you look at old pictures, you like, dang, it's kind of lit.
That was like, that was your era. That was Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
Al Green.
Al
Stevie
Green.
Wonder. Aretha.
Love and happiness.
All right, Tom.
And it looked good.
We was playing in the 70s, goddamn. Excuse me, sorry about the cursing. No, I would ask though, it's just always that question when you work with a legend like a Snoop Dogg and you got access to this type of knowledge. Do you ever just sit down and just pick Snoop's brain like before you go and make a project, before you make a song, or you create first and then go holler at Snoop?
I like to just create first, and then I either like to, if I know he's around, I'll just, sit with him and play it, or I'll just send it to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you get tapped in with Snoop to begin with?
Shout out Raphael Sadiq.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
Yes,
Another legend.
Yes, he's a longtime mentor of mine. And I was at his studio for a while, and he actually just, I guess, introduced my music to Snoop. And I had a song called Like My Weed that I did, and he played it for Snoop. And of course, Snoop was like, where is she?
Yeah, I mean, if there's any song you're going to play for Snoop, Like My Weed is the song.
And ever since then, we've been locked in.
Okay.
So shout out Raphael Sadiq.
Jane, before we let you out of here, you got a question, Zach?
No, go ahead.
Because I wanted to ask. I was like, you got the short film coming with it. So is that like another part of you? So we're gonna get more film, acting, a part of the music? Or is that just something you just wanted to do?
No, you're gonna get more. I want to do it all. I mean, I went to arts high school, and I'm definitely a theater kid at heart. I want to leave empty. So yeah, y'all gonna get more.
Okay.
All right. Well, we love it. But before we let you go, what's next and how can we keep up with you?
More music, definitely more film, and shows are coming soon too. And you can get in touch with me on all socials, Miss Jane Handcock, JaneHandcock. Don't forget the D.
There it
There it is. Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much. And go get you some lemon pepper wings, girl.
Thanks for joining us, Queen.
Love.
Sure, thank y'all.
One.
Zach, what? We didn't need the
I
one.
hate you.
We didn't need the one.
I hate you.
One.
Why are you trolling, Tone?
I'm not trolling. I'm just
You
saying.
always
one.
troll. One day he gonna hit you.
I hate
He hit
you.
me all the time.
Roomies. Look, I'm from an era of hip hop, but we got off the phone. We would say like one, and it's short for one love. I can't stop saying this stupid saying. I cannot stop.
It's so funny. When he get off the phone with us, he like hesitate. He like one. He hurry up and hang up. That's okay, Tom. I remember the one.
Oh my God.
Let's get into this, fellas. We got to talk about beauty and privilege. Okay? Y'all are very pretty, so we're gonna talk about it. Now, Sweetie recently appeared on Hot 97 with Nessa on Air, shout out, and discussed the downfalls of being pretty. And she said, pretty people always talk about pretty privilege, but they don't talk about pretty punishment. Okay, now the roomies had a lot to say on this, of course, under IG with over 2,000 comments.
Wow.
So shout out to Pretty Girl CJ, who said, pretty punishment is absolutely a thing. She said she can relate. She said, yes, I'm Magic commented and said, she's really pretty, but her music is trash. All right. Now, the people call me Pink on Instagram said, true message, wrong messenger. However, pretty privilege will always outweigh pretty punishment. So let's not drag this thing out past midnight. Here we are dragging it.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts about this, fellas? Do you believe that pretty punishment is a thing?
I do.
Okay.
I believe it. I believe it is a thing. I have seen, just growing up in inner city schools, I have seen pretty girls get picked on or get treated a certain way because girls were kind of jealous of the way the girl looked, or jealous of the attention that guys are giving the pretty girl, and they wanted to, kind of punish them.
That's real.
In a way. And I think that's a real thing. I think that's real.
It is a real thing, but I do agree with our last roomie saying that, yeah, pretty punishment is a thing, but pretty privilege 110% outweighs the punishment. The privilege outweighs the punishment. Sweetie had a couple really good records, but the fact that those records came with that face, that made her. Did she get like a McDonald's meal or something like that?
She had McDonald's,
Uber's deals,
all type of deals.
Yeah.
She had some real deals that go with that music, and you that attractive. That definitely outweighed the punishment that she ever felt.
Yeah, I think both of y'all are right, because that when you mentioned, I didn't even think about that being in high school and how the pretty girls did get picked on.
Fight.
Yeah, but I think as Sweetie's, what she was saying is about being in the industry right now. She feel like she may be facing some pretty punishment. I don't know, Sweetie. I don't know your struggle, sis, but from the outside looking in, it looked like your pretty has taken you mighty far, and I would keep on riding that pretty train if I was you.
So who's ugly in the industry? That's not, what I'm saying? There's no ugly woman getting success. Everybody's pretty in the industry. Cardi's fine. You got Lotto's fine.
Well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Okay, and
no, it's not.
I mean, everybody cute to somebody.
I ain't calling nobody.
No, that's
ugly.
what I'm saying. Everybody cute to somebody.
I ain't calling nobody ugly.
Yeah.
There's not an ugly female rapper. There's a nasty 6 female rapper, but there's not. She's not all the way like after some drinks, she be cold.
I don't want to do this with you. I don't want to do this.
I'm not doing this with the
I'm not doing this with you.
I'm not doing this because
everybody.
You know what? I'm gonna put my seatbelt on. Let's take a ride.
Let's take a ride. Where we going? Buckle up.
Where we going?
There is one female rapper that's not as attractive as the other female rappers, but she is successful. But I'm telling you, after some drinks
you need to park this car.
You gonna go? She ain't never had no problem.
You need to park this car.
Tom, we at the red light.
She nasty.
We are at a red light. No,
she nasty enough to be fine. Sometimes nasty outweigh fine.
Now that's true.
I'm just saying now.
Oh my God.
She doing so she all right.
Cool. I blame myself. I blame myself for bringing us here. I really do. I really do. I'm sorry.
Oh God.
This is yeah.
All right, let's keep moving.
Okay, fellas. All right. Well, let's get into this. This week, a rap icon who is definitely pretty, Eve, she stepped into the shade room with another pretty woman, our girl Timby. Let's take a look at what they're up to.
Okay, so tell me about the moment you were having trouble in school and the principal told you bring your family here, or some of your family to sign you in back into school. Yeah. And you paid a crackhead $5 to pretend to be your aunt.
I did. That was the kind of kid. That was me. That was the kind of kid I was. Like,
what in your mind even said, I'm gonna pay a crackhead to do this?
I thought, well, at the time, my mother was pregnant, and I didn't want to bother her. So I was like, listen, there's a lot of people that I see every day that ain't doing shit. No, I did. That was the kind of kid I was.
Was there a vetting process? Did you have her audition, tell her what to say?
No, I knew the person because it was in the hood. So I knew exactly who she was, and I knew exactly who I was gonna go up to. That was crazy. But my mom, you know what's funny is like my mom can tell a lot of stories. I just have always been that crazy kid. I've always been like that. I always try to figure out something else. She was like mad at me, but she also was like, how?
But what even is that conversation? You walk up to them and you say what?
I need you to come to school. I need you to come be my aunt. Can you pretend to be my aunt? I got you. If you pretend to be my aunt, it'll be real quick, which I thought it would be. I thought they would bring me back. I would get in, sign the paperwork, get me back in school. I'd be back in school. And the principal was like, Miss Jeffers, now I know. He was like, that's not your family.
He probably knew her too.
He might have known her too. She was one of them ones.
And she said for $5, I got you.
Yeah, she said I got you.
That is so good.
But I was like, I was just that kid.
I love to see it. I love Timby interviews. You get to see the artist in a different light.
Oh yeah. I'm just mad I didn't think of that.
Think of what?
Paying a crackhead. So they could have signed permission slips for me. It was so much. I should have used my crackheads better.
Okay.
In my neighborhood. I really should have.
They some of the most unappreciated people in the world.
They're really the cornerstone to the hood.
The community. They really are.
Yeah.
They will fix your car, fry your chicken, and watch your kids all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the crackheads. Anyway, Lord. See, that's the Lord telling us to go ahead and wrap this up. Look, roomies, make sure y'all check out Timby's interview with Eve on the Shade Room's YouTube channel, and we will be back next week with more Shade Room headlines, debates, and trending topics.
And make sure you like and subscribe to the Shade Room's YouTube channel so you never miss nothing. The same thing Kiki said.
That's right, Zach. Run it back. Run it back from me.
That's sweet, man. Representing culture with excellence.
Woo woo.
It's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my clock, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my clock, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play?